So last year we spontaneously traveled to Tanzania. We didn't know anything about Tanzania before, but we saw some amazing videos on YouTube, and that's why we went to Tanzania, went on a safari, went to Zanzibar, and there are basically two main reasons why we did this. First of all, because we wanted to travel to a country where we can do a safari, and second of all, it was quite easy to enter Tanzania during COVID times.
Yeah, and the trip we made was just amazing. We're so excited to tell you everything about it. But in this video, we want to give you some basic tips how to travel to Tanzania.
So the very first thing you need to know is that you of course need a visa to enter Tanzania. There is an e-visa or online visa where you can apply. We also give you the link down in the description, so just click on it and check it out. It's really easy. One thing you need to know is that you need to apply for that e-visa at least 10 days before you arrive in Tanzania. So after we applied for that visa, we got it in 4 days. Also, of course, you pay for that visa, you do that online, and we paid around $50 US.
But if you want to go to Tanzania spontaneously, you also have the possibility to just get your visa on arrival. Friends of us didn't get the e-visa on time, so they tried the visa on arrival. It's super easy, costs also $50. So if you don't have the time for the e-visa, just get your visa on arrival. A second thing you have to think about when you want to travel to Tanzania is a yellow fever vaccination. First of all, Tanzania is not a high-risk yellow fever country. So if you want to travel there, you don't have to be vaccinated to be safe. But if you want to travel from Tanzania to Zanzibar, there is a possibility that they might ask for your yellow fever vaccination via immigration. We read many articles about it, heard some bad rumors about being forced to get vaccinated at the airport, and we tried to find out if it's true or not. We also called the embassy and they told us it's absolutely not true, but we weren't really sure about that. So actually our advice is, if you have the possibility, just go to Zanzibar first and then travel to Tanzania. Because if you're traveling from your home country to Zanzibar, it's not mandatory to be vaccinated against yellow fever. And also for traveling from Zanzibar to Tanzania, it's not mandatory. But if you're already vaccinated against yellow fever, then of course you won't have any problem. So it's up to you if you want to go to Tanzania or Zanzibar first.
And actually, one thing you need to know, when we entered Zanzibar from Tanzania, even though we were vaccinated and we had all the stress about it, they didn't check our vaccination certificate. Okay, the third advice, it's also about health and it's about malaria. So the doctor told us that when you travel to Tanzania, you need to take the malaria pills because it's a high-risk country to get malaria, and especially when you go on a safari trip. So we ordered the malaria pills, we started taking them before we went to Tanzania, and we stopped taking them on Zanzibar because Zanzibar is not a malaria area anymore. And what you need to know, when we were in Tanzania, so in the Serengeti National Park, we only got 1 or 2 bites. Maybe because we were using really a lot of mosquito sprays, like all over the place, all over our clothes. And what we can say at the end, still, by using the pills, we felt more safe. And our next advice is also really important. At least during the start of 2022, we still have COVID all over the place. And at the moment, you need a negative COVID test before entering Tanzania or Zanzibar. So you need a test, and then 24 hours before arriving in Tanzania, you need to start filling out an online health check form. So you find that form online. So check out the description. There's the link to that health doc, but it only works 24 hours before leaving. That's something you need to know.
And our last advice is to get some US dollars before you're going to Tanzania. Because especially at the beginning, if you don't know where you find a secure ATM and everything, or you need a big amount of money for a safari or something, it could be a little bit annoying because sometimes you can pay with credit card, or they charge you a bigger amount if you want to pay with your credit card, and This is just a little bit annoying. So having a few $100s with you when you want to travel to Tanzania is a really good idea.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all you need to know when you start planning your trip right now. Maybe something what you need to know, this is not a real tip, but of course, maybe you want to go on a safari like we did and then book your safari before you go to Tanzania. Yeah.
Yes.
Because that saves some time, that maybe saves some money, and this makes everything a little bit easier.
Yeah, but all those tips about the safari we'll give you in the next video.